We're joined now by Asia business expert Reshef. Mr. Reshef, why would Malaysia want to build Iskandar at the border of Malaysia and Singapore?
Okay, first of all, we have to see Malaysia in the context of the whole booming area of East Asia. An area that has started with the rising of Japan, then Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Korea, followed by China, and now Southeast Asia. Everybody's advancing and everybody's prospering, and Malaysia wants its share, and so far it was not so successful. The rise of the growth of the GDP per capita year to year in Malaysia is quite slow, very slow compared to other East Asian countries, and they're looking for a solution. They're looking for something. Now, Iskandar is not the only project. They have other projects in order to turn Malaysia into a technological country, into an economic giant. And Iskandar is part of a bigger view that we have to take into consideration.
Iskandar specifically, I mean, are they basically hoping to take advantage of the closeness of Singapore? Is that the idea?
Yes, well, it's something that is in between. It's something that is not so easy to understand. I'm not so sure that all the decisions were smartly taken because, in one hand, Malaysia understands that the future of East Asia will be in advanced technology because everybody's producing. So being a producer is not good enough. It was good enough 30 years ago. Now you have to bring technology, and now you have to bring innovation. You have to be advanced in order to be on the top. And this was the basic issue of the plan of Mr. Razak, the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Now, when they are locating Iskandar next to Singapore, one bridge away from Singapore, in a matter of fact, what they are producing is an offshore for Singapore for low-cost production, because the proximity makes things more attractive in Singapore, but more expensive. So whenever
more expensive for the Malaysians, you mean, or
being located in Singapore, it's more expensive.
Of course.
Being located in Iskandar is
attractive to Singaporeans, but
in terms of cost.
Right.
In terms of cost,
right.
of course. But if you're looking for the sophisticated manpower for the engineers and the managers and the companies and the banking system, it's one bridge away. So what will happen, and it's already happening, is that the advanced finance and technology sectors are staying in Singapore and advancing and growing bigger. And Iskandar, so far, I can give you some numbers that can show it. So far, since it started, there have been something like nearly 130 billion ringgit, which represents around $40 billion private sector investments in Iskandar. Out of them, only 600 million ringgit, something like half a percent of it, was invested in research and development.
How complicated is it to create business in Malaysia?
It's quite complicated, even though they've done a very big progress in the last years, lowering the barriers of regulations. But still, it's a Malay country with a successful Chinese minority. Many laws are set in order to enable the Malay people to advance and get higher positions, which means that whenever you want to make business in Malaysia, even if you're an international company coming there and creating a joint venture or any other formula, you have to give work to many Malays, even if you find more sophisticated and more suitable engineers and managers from the Chinese minority. It's quite a big barrier for their economy.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Reshef, Asia business expert, for some more insight into Malaysia.